Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news tonight, Tampa police say they now have a suspect in custody in connection to the murder of 4 people in the Seminole Heights neighborhood. Tampa police received a tip about a man with a gun at an Ybor City McDonald's. When they responded, they found that man and took his gun and took him into custody. They've now taken him in for questioning as well. Police say they've gotten more than 5,000 tips, but say they're hopeful this could be the break in the case they've been waiting for. Police are working to determine if that gun is connected to all 4 murders, but adding that this man could be completely innocent. For now, they will keep up their nightly patrols. An issue at a popular park in Manatee County has left residents concerned. Aquatic plant life has consumed most of the lake at Conservatory Park in the Country Park Estates area. ABC7's Rick Adams takes a closer look at the problem.
Well, for folks who live around here, they say for the time being they've lost their beautiful lake. It's been taken over by something they're calling water lettuce. This is the lake at Conservatory Park in Manatee County. As you can see, it's looking very green. It's something that has Frank Decker and his wife extremely concerned. Their home is near the lake.
The situation here, as you can see, is so dire now that we know the fish are going to die unless something's done. And all the residents around here are upset.
Decker says the water lettuce has grown rapidly over the last month, consuming about 90% of the lake.
It's very upsetting. You know, when I'm used to coming back here and looking at a beautiful lake, you know, and now I'm looking at this, it looks like a football field instead of a lake.
Water lettuce, which is also known as pistilla, is an aquatic plant that's considered to be an invasive species, especially in freshwater locations. Edward Justic is someone who visits Conservatory Park many times a week with his wife.
The last few weeks, it just keeps growing and growing. Yeah, we didn't know what it was, and just out of curiosity, we're watching how it's growing. It's very invasive, and we're wondering what's going to happen to the little lake here.
For folks who live around the park or just visit, they're hopeful the county will take care of this very soon. Residents are being asked to call the Manatee County Action Center to voice their concerns. And we did reach out to the Manatee County Parks Department, but no one was available to comment on this. Reporting from Conservatory Park in Manatee County, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Rick. The Sarasota County Jail is reaching capacity, and county commissioners will soon have to make a decision, build a new jail or reduce the number of inmates. Sheriff Tom Knight says the jail is filling with third-degree felons, particularly those who are drug addicts. Those inmates serve an average of 60 days compared to misdemeanor convicts who serve an average of 21 days. Sheriff Knight estimates that building a new jail would cost taxpayers $80 million and instead supports the idea of creating diversion recovery programs for addicts.
I believe in rehabilitation. I believe in diversion. I believe in making people better. And some of the incarcerations that we see now with smart justice is that the old philosophy of locking them up until they behave doesn't work with addiction. So can we do something better with addiction to give people services to make them better people getting back out in society?
Sarasota County commissioners seem to agree or are at least open to the idea of discussing recovery programs. The annual Downtown Sarasota Holiday Parade will be held this Saturday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. The parade will begin at Main Street and US 301 in downtown Sarasota, and it will end at J.D. Hamill Park at Main Street and Gulfstream Avenue. However, there will be several vehicle tow-away zones and street closure notices in effect for the following times. From 7 a.m. Saturday until 12:30 a.m. Sunday, Main Street will be closed from US 301 to US 41. From noon on Saturday until 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, Fletcher Avenue will be closed from Main Street to Fruitville Road. And from 2:30 p.m. Saturday until 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, Lemon Avenue will also be closed from First Street to Main Street. You can find a full list of the road closures on our website at mysuncoast.com. And a local nonprofit is giving back to the community while helping those in need. Goodwill Manasota is encouraging shoppers to buy their holiday sweaters secondhand and then decorate their finds. They're calling it their Ugly Christmas Sweater Challenge. Once you decorate your sweater, you're being asked to post a photo wearing it on the Goodwill Manasota Facebook page. Also, send it to us here at ABC7 because we would love to see your creations. And speaking of all of these holiday festivities, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Herrick. And Bob, the parade's looking great as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, right? The forecast is looking good for Saturday and also for Friday. Friday's a big deal, too, going on at St. Armand's Circle. Big lighting of the tree there. We hope to be broadcasting live from that, as we always have been for many years now. 70-degree temperature. The dew point is at 67. That makes the humidity fairly high at 90% right now, and with an east-northeast wind at 8, there's a chance we could see some patchy fog, and winds out of the, again, east-northeast at 8 should have lessened up somewhat overnight. The barometer way up there, 30-16. And that continues to rise at this hour. And that's the story of the day. High pressure dominating our weather right now. No storm systems around here. There are some showers well down to our south and along the east coast. The Gulf water temperature now 71 degrees. Temperature is a little bit cooler in Arcadia, but still pretty mild for this time of year. 66 degrees there. 68 in Venice. Northport, you're at 65. Braden, 71. Lakewood Ranch at 68 degrees. Cortez 71 now. Sarasota 70, and Inglewood at 68. I mentioned that rainfall. It's not much. A few showers down to our south there with the trough of low pressure, and along the east coast with that easterly wind around this area of high pressure. We are seeing this high dominate our weather. It's going to bring this a little bit of an easterly fetch and some showers along the Gulf Stream there along the east coast of Florida to places like Daytona Beach down to West Palm and Fort Lauderdale. But for us, we're high and dry here, fairly quiet. There's a little low pressure area that's moving away from us right now, and this is a line of low pressure gathering a little bit more intense showers and storms east of the Bahamas, pushing off to the northeast. But the air is really dry around, with the exception of that upper level low, which continues to spin down to our southwest. We'll have the complete details on the rest of the week's forecast and into the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob. Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam is asking Florida's congressional delegation for much-needed disaster relief. Florida agriculture suffered a more than $2.5 billion hit due to Hurricane Irma. Putnam says disaster assistance to help Florida's agriculture industry was ultimately left out of the last aid package that Congress considered, despite receiving commitments from leadership in both houses that the state would find relief in that round of funding. Putnam says Congressman Tom Rooney is asking the USDA to provide $1.5 billion to cover the catastrophic crop losses that farmers suffered during that storm. Florida police believe 3 cow abuse suspects may have fled the country. As Maxine Bensel tells us, police think video released online of the incident may be to blame.
The bad guys knew we were looking for them before we knew who the bad guys were.
3 bad guys on the run after the release of this video that appears to show cows being abused at Larson Dairy Farm. The video was shot by the Animal Recovery Mission, or ARM, and the sheriff says it wasn't turned in soon enough.
I think that it's a discredit to myself and my agency in the way that this was reported.
The video was released online November 9th, but it wasn't until then that the sheriff says he saw it. ARM told CBS 12 they reported the abuse first to several federal agencies prior to going public, but never the sheriff's office. Stevens says once the video was released, ARM did turn in 350 hours of additional footage they shot undercover at Larson Dairy, but now they need more from the animal rights group.
The individuals from the ARM and their investigator that took the video, we had to subpoena them before they'll come talk to us and give us their information.
ARM says they were subpoenaed and have been trying to give evidence to the sheriff's office for weeks, but that the meetings keep getting rescheduled.
We need to find out that these facts, the facts and the circumstances when this video was obtained. Is there any other facts? There's no timeline with this 350 hours of footage that we've received.
The sheriff said more information about that video in the incident is needed to prove a criminal case. Interviews are scheduled with the Animal Recovery Mission this week. Networking, searching online, word of mouth, there are many different ways to find a job after graduating college. But the Florida Chamber Foundation is starting a new program to help make it easier. The Launch My Career Florida project uses data from various sources to create a single place to show students and parents what to expect regarding wages, employment, potential, and growth or decline in a given job field.
There are more than 200,000 jobs available every single month. What we need to do is connect the people to the opportunities, not just for today, but well into the future.
The Launch My Career Florida website and app were launched this fall. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, Republicans and Democrats in Washington attempting to negotiate a budget in time to prevent a government shutdown. And a federal judge siding with President Trump regarding the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. More on these stories when we come back.
thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live. I live. She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Naomi, my California Closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closet story.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Well, you know, we really cannot complain about this weather lately. It's just been great, other than, of course, the Thanksgiving Day. But, you know, it cleared up, and the weekend was great, and the rest of the week.
Weekend was perfect. Yeah, looks like this weekend coming up looks to be pretty good, too, with all the activities and festivities taking place. Looks like things are looking good. Now, we are looking at some cooler air, some colder air coming our way, but not for a while. The long-range model's indicating that we may see a trough of low pressure developing. Here's the Casey Key webcam showing what's been going on today. And again, pretty nice weather. Look at this gorgeous sunset you'll see right here in just a little bit. This is just after sunset, and boy, the clouds were around, causing a beautiful photo that you see right there. Now, as far as the forecast goes, we are looking at generally fair skies for the day. Here's a nice picture, too, from Raymond from Lido Beach. Some high cirrus around. This one from Holmes Beach. Drew getting this one. You see some cumulus clouds there. And this one from Nokomis, right there at the jetty. Sherry. Appreciate that photo, Sherry, who's also watching right now, our behind-scenes shot from our Facebook. High pressure dominating over the southeast. We're getting this easterly component. Now, this east wind is picking up some moisture and bringing in a few showers along the east coast, but they're not making it all the way over here. And this down to our south will stay there. We're not looking for that to move back in our picture. We'll see a chance for an isolated, mainly inland shower tomorrow, but we're not expecting any significant rainfall at all for the foreseeable future. As I mentioned, one or two of these lone showers may make its way all the way over to our coast later in the day on Wednesday. But currently it's clear, it's nice, 70 degrees, and the humidity pretty high because the temperature and the dew point is so close to one another. East to northeast winds at 8, and the pressure continues to rise. It's way up there too, and we'll do so tomorrow. 83 the high, 4 degrees shy of the record, 87, and 76 is our normal, so we were well above it. 62 was the morning low, and no rainfall to report today. It looks like we'll end this month on a dry note. We're not expecting any showers or any accumulation coming our way, so for the most part, just a quarter of an inch of rain for the entire month of November. It has been nice. I'll look for generally sunny skies throughout the day. Now, there will be some fog around this in the morning. That fog should burn off, though. Temperatures will warm above average once again in the low 80s, even some mid-80s in places like Arcadia, as well as into Parrish and into Lakewood Ranch. Could see a high right around 85 degrees. I mentioned a few clouds and some fog developing tomorrow morning right around 6. That fog burns off, and then we see generally sunny skies throughout the day. There are those spotty showers I mentioned, a sprinkle or two, not out of the question. And then again on Thursday, look for beautiful weather. There could be some sea fog developing way offshore here, according to this model, with just a few showers developing along the east coast. Now, as I mentioned, the long-range forecast will eventually show a more meridional flow, which means the jet stream will drop down over the eastern third of the nation, but that is just not happening right now. There is a weak cold front progressing through the southern plains states, bringing some clouds and showers there, and they're still getting rainfall up near Washington and northern portions of Oregon. And look at this storm. This storm has been amazing over the last 12 hours or so. It's produced winds up to 90 miles an hour and 50-foot waves there. Well, current temperatures into the 30s over the northern plains and northern Rockies. It's 58 in Cleveland now, 50 in Washington, 44 now again into the nation's capital. For boaters tomorrow, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots will start off as, subsiding to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Seas running right around 2 feet with a moderate chop out there. And the water temperature is still in the 70s at 71 degrees. Beaches will see a high right around 80 degrees. Now the forecast for tides upcoming, here they are on your screen. Low tide at 3:42 in the morning and a high tide at 9:02, and then sunrise at 7:02. Mostly fair, some patchy fog, warm conditions, a low of 65. Tomorrow, another gorgeous day, ho-hum, right? 83 degrees and mostly sunny skies, a few clouds there. And the forecast for the extended forecast calling for 83 on Wednesday, Thursday, and a little cooler but still above average over the weekend with beautiful sunshine expected. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you so much, Bob. President Donald Trump making a big deal about Democratic leaders backing out of a meeting today. Both sides are doing their fair share of political grandstanding as they attempt to negotiate a budget in time to prevent a government shutdown. CNN White House correspondent Jim Acosta has that story.
In a hastily called statement, the president insisted he's on top of North Korea after the communist regime defied Mr. Trump's fiery warnings in the past and conducted another intercontinental ballistic missile test.
We will take care of it. We have General Mattis in the room with us, and we've had a long discussion on it. It is a situation that we will handle.
But the president saved his toughest talk for Democrats who backed out of a meeting at the White House aimed at keeping the government running. The White House left the seats for congressional Democratic leaders Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi empty.
They've been all talk and they've been no action. And now it's even worse. Now it's not even talk.
With just 10 days and counting until a government shutdown, congressional Democrats are furious with the president after his tweet. Meeting with Chuck and Nancy today about keeping government open and working. Problem is they want illegal immigrants flooding into our country unchecked, are weak on crime, and they want to substantially raise taxes. I don't see a deal. Schumer and Pelosi punched back, saying they'll work with Republicans in Congress instead of the president.
Mr. President, it's time to stop tweeting and start leading. If President Trump says he's not interested in cutting a deal, we can come up with a good deal on our own.
Earlier in the day, the president who wrote the art of the deal traveled to Capitol Hill in search of finding one. Republican leaders still scrambling for GOP votes to push their tax plan across the finish line sounded exasperated.
So you'll have to ask them why they think it's appropriate to refuse to meet with the President of the United States over something as significant as how we're going to fund the troops and all the other needs that are addressed by the spending decisions we make every year.
Stung by Pelosi and Schumer's decision to skip their meeting with the president, the White House fired off a testy statement saying the president's invitation to the Democrat leaders still stands, and he encourages them to put aside their pettiness, stop the political grandstanding, show up and get to work. These issues are too important. The West Wing's concern over pettiness comes one day after the president leveled a racially charged attack on Senator Elizabeth Warren in front of Native American war veterans.
Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago, they call her Pocahontas.
Warren slapped back at that.
Really amazing people. And President Trump couldn't even make it through a ceremony to honor these men without throwing in a racial slur.
Well, President Trump winning the battle in the fight over who has the legal right to lead the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It was put in place after the financial collapse of so many Americans. A judge now ruling in favor of the president to put Mick Mulvaney in charge of the CFPB after the former director, Richard Cordray, resigned and the deputy director took over. That deputy director, Leandra English, now suing, challenging Trump's authority and saying Congress must name a successor. English's attorneys say they may file an appeal or a preliminary injunction. This as Mulvaney tweeted a picture of himself today hard at work while also keeping his job as director of the Office of Management and Budget. And breaking news this evening, just minutes ago, police in Tampa say that they plan to charge the man who was detained with a gun at an Ybor City McDonald's with 4 counts of first-degree murder in connection with the Seminole Heights killings. Acting on a tip about someone with a gun, officers found that man, identified as 24-year-old Howell Donaldson III, at the McDonald's in Tampa's Ybor City neighborhood. Well, sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Tonight, our 3rd annual Red Shopathon with too many stars to even name. One of them is this guy, and one of them rhymes with Barack Obama. I wish you guys at home could smell Brian Prancer right now. Kristen, get in here and smell Brian.
All right, okay, I will.
He is just, yeah.
Oh my God, Brian, you smell delicious.
Oh, well, thanks, Kristen.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield.
When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now, sports.
After getting off to the best start in team history, the Tampa Bay Lightning has hit a rough spot. The Bolts have lost 3 out of 4 games and playing at Buffalo tonight. Watch Nikita Kucherov along the boards. He dumps the puck into the zone. The puck gets passed back to the blue line. Now watch as Steven Stamkos provides the screen in front and Dan Girardi's slap shot deflects it in for the goal. The shot hits off defenseman Marco Scandella, and Kucherov gets his 18th assist of the season. And here they go again. The Lightning passes it around the outside. Mikhail Sergachev, waiting up top, scores on the one-timer. His shot through traffic deflects into the back of the net. That's his 6th goal of the season. The Lightning win tonight, 2-0. And in college basketball, undefeated Rutgers taking on undefeated Florida State at home in New Jersey. Early in the first, Florida State was down 2-1, but Florida State has the ball, taking it down low and slamming it at home. The Seminoles gain up 3-2. Later in the first half, Rutgers up 12-11. Mike Williams hits the 3, and the Scarlet Knights go up 15-11. In less than 2 minutes to go, Florida State up 69-66. Walker slices through the defense for the bucket and scores. The Seminoles go up 6 after the free throw and win it 78-73. That's a look at your sports tonight. We'll have your winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind Your Meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, certainly looking forward to a pleasant morning to wake up to.
Yes, it's going to be nice and a little bit on the warmer side. There could be some patchy fog around too, so that could be an issue for inland areas mainly, but a nice forecast through Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us this evening. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
So I never had closet systems before. Our designer, Bridget, was able to listen and ask the right questions, taking our ideas and making them happen. We were totally satisfied from beginning to end. I knew the California Closets would help me with every aspect of the design process, and they delivered 100%. My name is Teresa, and this is my California Closet story.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.